Welcome, Planeswalkers. I'm Mike, Shinobi Mystic, your host here on Mystic Miniatures Forge. And today, we're playing more Pacific Rim, Ashes of the Breach. It's been a little bit since we've jumped onto the story. I saw that Kamigawa Titan Break is now a thing. Hey, people working at Magic the Gathering, stop stealing my ideas. I came out with these YouTube videos before you guys even mentioned anything about Kamigawa Titan Break. I must say, because of the success of this video series, I am excited for such a set. But once again, I digress. So, Ashes of the Breach, Act 6 of the 9-act story arc. Once again, the game is never set to continue or conclude. I'm always wondering if the party is going to be able to get through the mission. If they don't, and that doesn't ever happen, then the game is over, and I move on to the next story-driven mission or campaign that I want to continue. Just gonna double check the stream real fast. Alright, looks good to me. Alright, shut that down so we've got some more bandwidth. Go back over to my tablet to load up the rest of the story. It is still loading. Alright, so this time we've got some kind of exciting additions here. We have Maverick back in the pilot seat ever since the death of his friend and fellow mech pilot. Elixir, the unfinished miracle. Mavericks had to deal with the death of his friend while he was still connected to him. I'm finally getting closer to loading up the thing. I'm just using like an old tablet, so it takes forever. See, to honor Maverick's return, we're gonna go full red with Dr. Pepper and a red colored dice tray for today's game. Alright. Alright. Act 6, Psychic Fire. So this actually is supposed to be a nighttime city. Rift-scarred urban core. If you've been following the channel, I've been spending time painting these miniatures from the Hextech line. That's the Hextech Trinity City. And in my video, I talked about the city of the future. And what would it be like after the world doesn't end, but it partially does? So, today's theme is mental fracture, drift partnership under pressure, legendary combat escalation, ideology versus survival, and the war begins changing shape. Alright, once again, just like the other games, I'm going to continue using the alert tracker. And it's just a marker. You can make these out of Heroescape terrain. Just 1 through 5, and then 6 through 10 on the back. And we are going to go to the full amount of 6 turns on the alert turn tracker marker. I'm going to put that down here in the bottom right hand corner. So it'll be right here. So maximum rounds today, we're going a full 10. Our objectives are to establish a drift partnership on the first round, were to survive psychic and environmental disruption, defeat or repel Shriekthorn and Hajuka, reveal the growing ideological divide within humanity's defenders. Okay, I don't really know how I'm going to be able to do that as like an objective. And then survive the actual arrival of Obsidian Fury. The alert tracker advances at the end of every round. Story beats trigger only at the start of each round. Alright. Powering up my lights. Okay, so this is the very first round. Maybe I'll read the... Yeah, let's do this. Round 1. The Return of the Legend. Event beat. Maverick returns. So, where am I going to put Maverick? No, hold on. This one. No, this one. We'll put him over here, near the fire. The Return of Maverick. The night city burns beneath fractured neon skies. Rift scars pulse through skyscrapers like glowing wounds. Entire districts flicker between realities. Sirens echo across elevated highways, while evacuation aircraft weave through smoke. A massive deployment platform rises above the skyline. And once again, well, it's not even once again, I guess for the first time, Gypsy Avenger stands dormant. Only for a mere moment before the reactor light ignites across its frame. For the first time since Elixir's death, Maverick enters the drift again. Inside the cockpit, silence hangs heavy. His co-pilot, Pyro, watches heavily. Everyone knows what was lost, but no one says his name. Then the drift initiates. Alright, so now with the drift, I was going to add kind of a mini game. Yeah, I'm always adding mini games to my game. So for the very first round, the theme here is Maverick and Pyro must successfully synchronize before Gypsy Avenger can fight at full efficiency. This becomes a kind of calibration sequence before the real battle begins. Should I spend time like reading all their army cards and stuff? Yeah, let's read all the army cards. And then we'll do this drift sequence calibration. And then we'll get into the game. That'll be fun, y'all. Alright, so here is our hero for today. Maverick, the scion of the meltdown. Maverick is got 8 life, 6 move, 3 range, and he's a 4/4. He's a drift prodigy. He's placed on a mech army card. That mech may add 1 to its move and 1 to its attack. Push it past its limits. If a mech Maverick is piloting would receive 1 or more damage, you may ignore 1 of that damage. Only once per turn though. Scrapper's Instinct. If he's not piloting a mech and he attacks a large or huge figure, get +1 attack. And then Master of the Meltdown. If he's piloting a mech with reactor instability, then yeah, some stuff happens. But we're not going to worry about that because we're just piloting Gypsy Avenger. So that's Maverick. His co-pilot is Pyro. And it's funny thinking of who should be the other guy. Like, who could Maverick hang out with? How about a mutant named Pyro? Pyro, the ignition point. This is just mutant pilot. He's got 5 life, 5 move, 4 range, and this is a 3/3. Ignition Point. When a mech pyro is piloting attacks for the first time each turn, you may attack an additional time this turn. If you do, that mech receives 1 damage. Flame Surge. If a mech pyro is piloting, rolls 5 or more hits for an attack, that defending figure can't roll defense dice. Yeah, sounds about right. Burning Wound. Notice it's in the title of the ability and not in the, I guess, the body of the text. Opponent figures with 1 or more damage markers at the end of their turn roll a combat die. If a hit is rolled, they take 1 unblockable damage. Yeah, you're basically on fire, dude. So that's Maverick and Pyro. And, well, what happened to Gypsy Avenger? Gypsy Danger. Gypsy Danger has been upgraded to Gypsy Avenger. With the growing Kaiju threat, and after Maverick falling with Elixir, it was time to upgrade the system to Gypsy Avenger. We've got 11 life, 5 move, 1 range, and it's a 7/5. With a crew ability, you need power 7 or more to become an artifact creature. If it has no figures, it's no longer a creature. Gravity Slaying. After moving, if an adjacent to a destructible terrain piece, choose a figure within 4 spaces. Roll 4 attack dice against that figure. After the attack, the defending rolls the 20-sided die. 1 through 8, destroy the terrain piece, or 19 through 20, place it on an empty space adjacent to that figure. So it'll be interesting to see us throw some buildings around with this guy today. It doesn't matter how big the building is. Only the dice rolls. Thruster Charge. If this thing moves 3 or more spaces, add 2 to its power for the next attack this turn. Capital T. Volatile Core. After attacking with 8 or more total power, which shouldn't be hard because it's already got 7, roll a 6-sided die. 1 or 2, that mech receives 1 damage. Okay. Alright, so let us activate the drift sequence. So for this setup, we're going to take just 3 combat dice. Take some combat dice. I'm like looking everywhere for me. Take some combat dice. We're going to take just 3 dice. And what it's going to represent is 1 for the mech, 1 for Maverick, and 1 for Pyro. And we're going to roll those 3 combat dice and see what the results are. Here, the results are in. So, if we got 3 hits, 3 cross weapon symbols, that would be a perfect synchronization. What we have here is 2 hits, and that's not perfect synchronization, that is a stable link. Therefore, Gypsy Avenger is going to gain +1 power or +1 toughness, and this is going to last the entire game. And since Gypsy Avenger is he's a 7/5, so it's kind of low on his, so like I'll make him a 7/6. So let's give him +1 toughness. So I'll go ahead and put the toughness counter upon that mech. And it's nothing fancy, it's just that little piece of cardboard that came with the AOTP game. So 1 toughness counter on the Gypsy Avenger. Alright, we'll grab those dice, and that lasts the entire game. Obviously 1 hit is an unstable drift, and then 0, if you don't roll any cross weapon symbols, that's a drift fracture. And you're actually going to have to like lose move, and you'd have to actually redo the whole test over at the 2nd round. So we passed our test, not with flying colors, but it works. Alright, so the drift initiates. Neural pathways ignite. Memories flash. Fire. Metal. Loss. Survival. Pyro stabilizes the synchronization before an emotional surge overwhelms the system. The connection locks. No replacement. Not replacement. A new partnership with a new pilot. Alright, meanwhile, far below in the city. Let's see, and this thing should show up, I guess, over here. Far below the city, something stirs. Shriekthorn. The disastrous kaiju. So, Shriekthorn emerges from the shattered financial district. Psychic shrieks ripping through glass and concrete. Gypsy Danger deploys. And we have some dialogue. Alright, so these guys are on the Gypsy Avenger army card. Maverick, we do this clean. No hesitation. Pyro, you still carry him. Maverick, I carry everyone we lost. Pyro, then let's make sure nobody else joins them. I just remembered, Pyro has like an Australian accent, right? Oi. G'day, mate. Let's make sure no one else joins them. Command. Deployment authorized. Gypsy Danger drops into the nighttime city. Shriekthorn screams from afar. Yeah, are they both on the? So there's Shriekthorn. Move him up one. And here's Gypsy Avenger. Move him up one. Yeah, that's starting to look like something. Gypsy Danger. Deployment authorized. Shriekthorn shrieks into the storm, and now combat begins. Alright, so I didn't talk about Shriekthorn. Let's visit his army card real fast. So Shriekthorn, he's Kaiju. Kaiju, Shriekthorn. He's a blue and black Kaiju beast. He's got 14 life, 5 move, 3 range, and he's a 6/6. Psychic Resonance. At the start of each turn, choose one enemy figure within 4 spaces. That figure gets -1 toughness until the end of the turn. Thank goodness I gave myself +1 toughness. Shrieking Wave. Instead of attacking, Shriekthorn may target all figures within 2 spaces. Roll 1 unblockable attack die once and apply the results to each target. Apply the results? Wow. Rift Echo. Whenever a figure within 4 spaces receives damage, capital D, roll a 6-sided die. On a 5 or 6, that figure receives 1 additional capital D damage. Damage. I'm gonna get the top 3 spell cards for Gypsy Avenger. We've got Mankind's Resilience. We've got Tactical Action. And Reinforced Cockpit. Alright, I think we're going to be alright then. Okay. For the Kaiju team, drawing their 3 spell cards. We've got Natural Reflexes. We've got Kaiju Retribution. And we've got Monstrous Rage. Or just monster rage. Look out! Alright. So, Gypsy Danger deployed. +1 move. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put the reinforced cockpit on Gypsy Avenger. And this just says when it says a whole bunch of stuff, but it's blurry. Hidden enchant artifact. Flip it over when enchanted artifact is attacked. Put 2 sets of combat dice when defending. Take the better of the 2 results. Whoa, reinforced cockpit. I'll put that down. Yeah. Now, Gypsy Avenger's got +1 because of the Drift Prodigy. So he's gonna move 6. So we're gonna try to move him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, these guys are about to tango. So he gets close. Gravity Sling within 4 clear sight spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 6 spaces away, and there's this gigantic building in the way. So there's no way they can barely even see each other. What are your sensors picking up? Alright. So now it's Shriekthorn's turn. And I'm gonna draw a spell card for the Kaiju. And he's got this card called like Monstrous Chomp. Oh, Kaiju Death Grip. There's no chomping. Well, it looks like he's about to chomp it, but it's a Death Grip. Enchant hero creature. Before rolling for leaving engagements attacks, roll a 20-sided die. On a 10 plus, that figure cannot move. Yikes! Alright, I'm gonna do natural reflexes on that thing. So I'll throw some natural reflexes on the Kaiju. The Godzilla like dodging the mech. Flip it over when enchanted creatures attack. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt for the rest of the turn. Oof, that's kind of bad language because like the rest of the turn by this guy. Otherwise it's like, oh yeah, you go, and then that triggers, and then nobody else can do anything. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Alright, Shriekthorn. He's got to move a 5. So what's he thinking he's going to do? I'm just going to move him up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I wanted him to like hang off the side of this building. There we go. We'll just put him like that. Nope, that doesn't even look like anything. What am I looking at? I'm not looking at anything. Mike, you hit Shinobi. You hit your guy behind the building. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I can see it, but you guys can't. There's supposed to be a building in the way. Does he go right after? Does he just go right to it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 1 away. 3, so he doesn't have to get that close. We are on the very first turn. So then this is what I'll do. Go 6. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with Shriekthorn. Roll 6. And this is his just base attack. It'll be 2. Whenever a figure within 4 spaces receives damage, so I'm gonna have to create damage for this other part to happen. So then... Oh no. So I got the, was it the buff minus plus the debuff? So I only got one shield. So he does take one. Then what I do is I roll the Rift Echo, roll a 6-sided die on a 5 or 6. But he only does take 1 damage. Alright, combat has begun. So now he's got 10 life remains. Alright, we are now going to advance the turn alert tracker marker to alert 2. And once again, I built in another mini game into my game. And this one is going to happen every round. Shriekthorn has a battle event. It's a really cool idea because it makes the psychic warfare feel more invasive than meta. So Shriekthorn is literally attacking the pilot's awareness inside the cockpit. He's actually attacking their mentality. Shriekthorn is a different kind of kaiju. Instead of really being big and bulky, he's more... yeah, I mean, not only does he shoot kind of these splinter splinter things, but he attacks the mind as well. So this is going to be a psychic clash event. At the start of each round, while Shriekthorn is on the battlefield, both players roll a 6-sided die. So that they meaning like kaiju versus players, not pilots. All right, so the green dice will be for Shriekthorn, and the orange dice will be for Maverick. So let's see here. All right, Maverick got a 6 and Shriekthorn got 1. So you roll to see who wins. Higher d6 roll wins. That figure then overpowers the psychic disruption and gains some kind of bonus. So here, maybe Maverick, he's like so emotional because of what happened with Elixir. He could tell, oh, I'm psychically stable. No, something's attacking me. And obviously he wins the psychic clash. Now for the result. If I throw it into the dice tray, now the results of that psychic clash. We got 3. Plus 1 defense dice this round. You got it. Plus 1 defense. Alright, all that for plus 1 toughness. Now I'm just going to put a little dice on there to remind myself. Oh, wasn't I supposed to roll 2 sets of dice? Oh no, my hidden enchant. No, I'm going to do it next time, I swear. Fucking hate hidden enchants. Alright, what's going on next? Alright, so not only do I roll a 6-sided die for somebody winning, but I also roll a 6-sided die for the person losing. And for Shriekthorn, he got a 6. And so he cannot attack this round at all. He can't attack. He lost the psychic battle. Is unable to attack. So I'm going to put a little... I get a little target dice from a different war game. Put that on him so he cannot attack. Actually, there's a better dice that I got. I used to have these dice for like, what is it? When you play rock paper. Where the hell are those things now? Yeah, that's the one that came to mind. I'm gonna have to find this now. That's like my new mission. Find my rock, paper, scissors dice. I know I got them. It's cool because like the rock one, he's like, you know, a big fist, or this, you know, flat for paper. He's like, can't attack. Like it looks better. All right, we haven't even started the round. Round 2. Mind Hunter. Shriekthorn attacks the drift, or attempted to. Shriekthorn does not attack the city at first. It attacks thought itself. Psychic resonance tears across the battlefield in violent waves. Civilians collapse. Pilots experience intrusive memories and emotional overload. Gypsy Avenger staggers as the drift destabilizes. Yeah, I'll just have him step forward. Maybe I'll have him stand like that. Pyro sees flashes of Maverick's past. The meltdown. Elixir's death. Failures he never forgave himself for. And then Shriekthorn attempts to fracture the neural bond from within. The buildings around our mech distort under psychic pressure as the Kaiju closes the distance. Gypsy Avenger retaliates through sheer force of will. Dialogue. Shriekthorn's psychic intrusion. You cannot protect them. Maverick. Not listening. Pyro. It's inside the drift. Maverick. Then push it out. Pyro. Synchronizing emotional dampeners now. Gypsy Avenger drives Shriekthorn through a collapsing monorail station. I have a collapsing monorail station? Now we're going to take this guy and we're going to throw him right through this. Throw him right through that building. Gypsy Avenger drives Shriekthorn through a collapsing building. The psychic assault intensifies. And here we've got... Oh, I built too many minigames into this game. An environmental disruption system. Yay! At the end of event round, roll a 20-sided die. I just needed more excuses to roll dice. Gotta limit the minigames to 1 or 2, not 3. As I roll 3. And that's funny because on the event table, a 1 through 4. Choose a building, a height +2+ terrain piece. Destroy it. Eventually, adjacent figures roll 1 combat die. 1 hit. So does Shriekthorn take damage from that hit? Collapsing building? Heck yeah, he does. 14 life. You got 13 life now. Alright. So that was a bunch of talking. I'm almost halfway through my document. Alright, no, that was the emotional dampeners and everything. Alright, let's get on with our turn. Maverick and Pyro. They get elbow rockets 2.0. Enchanted hero, creature, or artifact. This creature moved at least 4 spaces before it attacking. Add +2 attack for that attacker. Yeah. Let's give it the freaking elbow rockets. Alright, this thing should just try to right itself. We're gonna give him elbow rockets. 7, and then +1, so 8. Oh, I was supposed to do the volatile core. Alright, I'll do it this time. So 7, 8. So, Gypsy Avenger. Oh, wrong way. Alright, Gypsy Avenger moves But I need to move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like I'm being eaten. Bruh. What's more cinematic? This? Well, then he's missing. Now he's not adjacent. It's a miniature game. Still epic. Need to add the glowing to that one. It doesn't have a range attack. So let's see. 7 plus 8, 9, 10. We got 10 dice we're rolling. Yeah, let's do it. 3, 6, 10. Oh yeah. We got 4 hits out of 10 dice. 4 hits. Alright. You happy now? Shriekthorn's hit enchant triggers whenever it is attacked, prevent all combat damage for the rest of the turn. Which is fine because he can't attack. So all this damage not being dealt for the rest of the turn stuff. Don't care. Alright, that was Gypsy Avenger going in for the Elbow Rockets 2.0. Now we move to Shriekthorn's turn. He draws a spell card, and he gets Otherworldly Brutality. If you destroyed a building or other terrain piece this turn, you may take another turn, move, and attack. And what I think I'm going to do is... he can't attack, but he can move. Yeah, let's get him out of combat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he breaks, leaving engagement attacks. Yeah. But he's coming around the back. So that LEA, no way. Alright, and now that's the end of this round. We're going to advance the alert tracker marker to alert 3. No, you guys can't see that. What do you mean you can't see that? Alert 3. Alright, so now back to alert 3. Round 3. Okay, so let's do the psychic test. Yeah, psychic disruption system. It'll be quick now that I kind of know what I'm doing. Keep with the same colored dice, not to confuse myself. Psychic clash. Uh-oh. Shriekthorn wins the clash this time. So now we roll to see Shriekthorn's buff. And he got another 5. He gets +1 move this round. Okay. And then Gypsy Avenger, oh no, suffers, cannot attack this round. Can't attack. That's it. Alright, so now I then also do the... This is the end of round event. I'll do that now. Environmental disruption system. Roll a d20. Let's roll a d20. It's supposed to be at the end, but too much to do. Too much looking back and forth. 7. 5 through 8. An electrical surge. Rift energy overloads the district. All vehicles and mechs roll 1 combat die. Electrical overload. A blank. Wow, real right when you want to roll blank. Blank equal lose 1 activation next round. Oh wow, this could be terrible. You could lose your activation from the psychic event, and then you could lose your activation from the citywide destruction event, which that just happened. I thought rolling a blank would be like you're all set, but then I just read it and it says you fucked. Blank equal lose an activation. Ah! And there's supposed to be what, fire? Does it say fire? Electrical surge. Yeah, rift instability. I'm just gonna say like electrical surge. I'm gonna put him on fire basically. Ah! All right. Damn, this place is getting crazy. All right, now finally, round 3. The telepath arrives. Blue psychic energy suddenly cuts through Shriekthorn's mental prowess. The mental storm breaks, and we see revealed none other than... Hope I hit the right button. Oh, that's because it's this button. Jace Belleran. Jace Belleran, everyone. Jace arrives atop a fractured high-rise overlooking the battlefield. Unlike the others, he does not resist Shriekthorn emotionally. He attacks it mentally. A psychic duel erupts across the skyline. Windows explode outward. Streetlights burst. Entire sections of the city flicker as the minds collide. Oh. Shriekthorn attempts to dominate Jace's consciousness, but Jace counters by forcing the creature to experience its own fear and pain reflected back upon itself. And for the first time, Shriekthorn recoils. Its psychic field weakens. Gypsy Avenger regains targeting clarity. Dialogue. Jace. You mistake noise for power. Shriekthorn. You will break. Jace. No, you will. Pyro. The interference is dropping. Maverick. Then hit it hard before it recovers. Jace forces Shriekthorn backward mentally. The Kaiju emits a furious scream and retreats deeper into the city ruins. It will not fully disengage until the next round. Alright. Gypsy Avenger still can't move this round. This round was kind of like a mess up for them. So I draw the spell card for Gypsy Avenger. I get nuclear. She's nuclear. Nuclear vortex turbine sorcery. 5 clear sight spaces of an artifact. Roll 4 combat dice. Creatures don't roll defense dice against this attack. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, you know, that might be the only thing that I can possibly do. Attack a figure within 5 clear sight spaces. So I said Gypsy Danger can't activate. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So that's 5 spaces. So yeah, we're gonna do the turbine engine because I can't activate Gypsy. Is it? No, I'm just playing a spell. Yeah, this is a spell. This isn't me activating my creature and attacking with it. So that's it. We're gonna do the spell. we're gonna roll 4 combat dice, unlike the usual 10. And if I roll it correctly, they don't roll any defense dice against this attack. Alright, and that's almost like Gypsy Avenger. I'm gonna keep saying that. Avenger. The movie did suck though. It sucked so bad. But the miniatures are fucking sweet. So he shoots 3 damage to the beast. Give it everything you got. Tell it before it retaliates. Alright. Oh, hello there. Alright, we didn't talk about this guy. So we had none other than Jace Belleran show up. Hey, everybody. So we have a Jace Planeswalker card. This is Jace the Rift Mine. Notice the Kaiju in the background. He's kind of just screaming in Broken City. Jace. Planeswalker Jace. We got the new unpainted Jace, which we did make a video on the channel painting that Jace. He's got 7 life, 6 move, 7 range. He's a 5/3. Good stats for Jace. Fractured Perception. At the beginning of the turn, choose a figure within 5 spaces of Jace. Move it up to 2 spaces. Rift Echo. Once per turn, when an opponent's figure moves adjacent to Jace, merely move Jace up to 2 spaces. Does not take leaving engagement when being moved by Rift Echo. Psychic Disruption. Enemy figures adjacent to Jace get -1 attack. Jace. Alright, so Jace is in the mix now. I'm going to draw the 3 spell cards for my Jace, and I'm just using base game AOTP cards for him. We got Scatter the Winds, Psychic Rebuttal, and Pieces of the Puzzle. Alright, and then my computer's doing that thing that I don't like. It's this little bar thing, that black thing in the back. Watch, it disappears. Where'd it go? Oh, it's gone. Looks like a city street again. Alright, so Jace. Jace has got a range of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can Jace see him? Oh my gosh. Yeah, because these little buildings have like holes in the side, and I can see most of his ass, and I can see the figure base. So yeah, if we just adjust the camera to, I bet they're not gonna have Jace in the Kamigawa MTG set. Alright, so Jace can see that. 7. We're going to put a hidden enchantment on our Jace. Beginning of your turn, choose a figure up to 5 spaces. No, this is 7 spaces away. But we're going to attack him for 5. Five to Shriekthorn. So this will be 2. 2 there. And they got 1. So he takes 1. Ooh. It's 5 damage already. Okay. Alright, now he's got double the trouble. the mech and Jace Belleran. All right. Now we're gonna move to Shriekthorn's turn. Yeah, that's probably the best one. Okay, so no Shriekthorn. Draw a spell card for him. We got Kaiju Tail Swipe. Choose a figure. Until end of turn, that figure may attack all adjacent opponents. Do Retribution on here. So it's flip it over when enchanted creature is damaged. After the attack phase, you may move and attack with this Kaiju. Destroy Kaiju Retribution. Basically, you get to attack on someone else's turn. I don't know about that, but we'll see. Alright, so the buildings. I'm gonna have Shriekthorn. He's been standing next to that building. I'm gonna have him attack that building. And he hit it for 2. What did I say? The buildings have 5 toughness? 5 toughness, 3 life? So that was 2, so it didn't shake that building. He attacked this building that he's next to. Did you attack it psychically? Everybody thought he was gonna run after Gypsy Avenger because he's down and out. Okay. Whenever receives damage. No, that's it. That's his turn. That's his turn. Alright, we're gonna increase the turn tracker marker, or the alert marker, from 3 to 4. So now at the end of this round, let's do that citywide manifestation thing. 7. So that's a that's a terrible one. 7. 5 through 8. Electrical surge. Roll a combat dice. It's a hit, so instead of being down and out, Gypsy Avenger just takes 1 damage. Alright, now we're gonna do the psychic battle. Psychic event. So this time the psychic event happens. I don't want to get another dice. Yeah, let me get another dice. So Shriekthorn rolls really bad dice if I'm rolling 4 after 4. So he gets a 4. Immunity to psychic events next time. Ooh. Alright, so he's immune to psychic events. Alright, and now Jace only got 1, so he's the mega loser. I'm gonna roll, and then I just got a 4. It was a 4. That's what 4 looks like. And 4 is cannot receive bonuses this round. Okay, no bonuses. Got it. Alright, and now now I read round 4. Now we're on round 4 on the alert marker. Round 4. Hajuka emerges. A second kaiju appears. As Shriekthorn retreats, the ground beneath the night city ruptures. Hajuka emerges upward from beneath the transit district in a wave of debris. and shattered concrete. Where should this guy come up? No, I keep hitting buttons. One, there we go. He's gonna appear over here. Wait, that doesn't look like anything. Ta-da! That looks like something. Alright, now I got one Kaiju signature and then the other Kaiju signature. Wow, is that my vein? Shit, dude. Ooh, yeah. Anyway. Unlike Shriekthorn, Hajuka is pure physical destruction. Massive. Relentless. Territorial. I definitely don't have the rights to this, huh? This has got to be Evanescence, right? Okay, but alright. So what happens now? The battlefield transforms instantly. Skyscrapers collapse. Highways split apart. Military lines disintegrate. Gypsy Avenger now faces a brute force kaiju while still recovering from psychic warfare. Shriekthorn circles the outer battlefield, wounded but alive, and the city becomes a war zone beyond military control. We have the military general log in, and over the intercom, we have a second breach event. Redirect all batteries. Pyro. That thing's bigger than the reports. Maverick. Forget the reports. Watch the movement. Hajuka roars and slams through the evacuation corridor. I guess this thing, because it's a straight line. Maverick. We stop it here. Gypsy Avenger charges forward. Alright, now I draw a spell card for the mechas. We've got Chain Sword. I'd say just in time. Choose an artifact creature you control. Gets +2 attack until end of turn. So I'm gonna play that. Equip it to the Gypsy Avenger. And we're gonna run right at him. So we've got +1 move for the rest of the game because of our drift initiation. Yeah, can we move the 6 spaces needed? 1, 2, 3. No, we're gonna end up being in the middle of it, in the middle of everything. Alright, I think he's gonna just go and attack Shriekthorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he just goes to attack Shriekthorn. Is that this? It's one of these buttons. I know it is. And then let me change the music because that's all done. Alright, and then increase that. Perfect. And then put my mouse over here because the Windows imaging program is so lame. Alright. It's round 4. Fight. Gypsy Avenger moves in from that kind of fiery place he is. And this is gonna be 7. Plus 2 more for the rocket elbow. And then 1 more for the drift pilot initiation. And then while I'm at it, I'm gonna roll that 6-sided die, and it's a 4 for that volatile core. 1, 2, 2 receives that damage. So how many? We just took a big old dice dump. So we had 3, 6, 9, 10 combat dice, and we got 9 hits. Attacking Shriekthorn. Shriekthorn can't get any bonuses, mental bonuses or something. I don't know. Alright, so Shriekthorn goes. I mean, okay, so the Kaiju Retribution is gonna trigger, but it only does when it's damaged. So we're gonna roll 6. And I only got 1 defense dice. So it's gonna take 8. So it takes 8. So 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two. I think that's it. I think he's dead, dude. Unless I grabbed too many dice. Beads. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's dead. Blech. You can only deal with one of these at a time. Alright, Shriekthorn falls. It's exactly 14. So the Retribution does not trigger because he's dead. Alright. So that was that. Now it's Jace's turn. But then, well, oh, Jace put in. This is a hard thing. I'm like, what was the status effect on my? What did Jace have to do? I got gone missing. Shuffle a spell card from your graveyard into your library. So Jace is way too far away to attack or be helpful in the battle. He's just way too far away. Yeah, Jace doesn't get to do anything. Alright, so let's talk about Hajuka, the new Kaiju. Hajuka. He's a red-green Kaiju beast. 16 life, 4 move, 1 range, and he's an 8/7. Rift Hardened Hide. If you would receive 4 or more damage from a single attack, just make it 1. But it would definitely save what just happened to Shriekthorn. All that 8 damage turns into 1. Devastating Sweep. He may attack any or all figures adjacent to him. Roll each attack dice separately. Yeah, alright, he's got, what is it, Sword Mastery. Collapse the city. At the end of his turn, choose a destructible terrain piece adjacent to him. Remove it from the battlefield. Yeah. Alright, but he only has a move of 4. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Oh, he's totally adjacent now. Um, don't know what button to hit. Yeah, let's hit that one. God, the mouse. Get the mouse over there. Okay. So, it attacks. Yeah. He's gonna attack for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is gonna be 8 damage to Gypsy Avenger. So then we get how many hits? We get 4 hits. 4 hits, 3 shields, and a blank. So 4. So that's gonna be 6. But then it said to roll 2 sets of combat dice. I'm gonna do this finally. I keep freaking forgetting because I hate hidden enchantments. Reinforced cockpit. There we go. Let's shed some light on this crap. So we got a reinforced cockpit. It's nice and thick in here. Hidden enchant, flip it over. When enchanted artifact is attacked, roll 2 sets of combat dice while defending this turn. Take the better of the 2 results. Then I'll dump that into the graveyard. So here's the first result. So out of 4 hits, I got 1 shield. That's crap. And then the same reroll, and I got 1 again. So I'm going to take 3. So 5 damage on Gypsy Avenger. It's got 6 life remaining. Thruster charge. Alright, and that's... and then Hajuka collapse the city. At the end of his turn, he's going to collapse the structure. And then because the structure collapsed, does it deal 1 damage to Hajuka? Yes. Does it do 1 damage to Gypsy Avenger? Yes. Throwing each other around. Alright. So that's 6. So now he's got 5 health left. Alright. So that is the end of round 4. Oh, it's getting real spicy in here. So now we go to round 5. And we just did the destruction thing. Now let's do the citywide destruction thing. It's supposed to be at the end of the round. 1. I rolled 1 for citywide destruction. Citywide destruction 1 is collapse a structure. Yeah, what's in the way? Oh, should I collapse the structure that Jace is on? Yeah, let's do that. Well, wait, he's so far away. How's he making the Jace the thing the structure collapse? Well, he was burrowing under the city. Yeah, let's have Jace's structure collapse. Oh shit. Is Jace fucking killed when that structure collapses? No. He rolled a shield. So yeah, this whole thing falling down around him. He rolled a shield, so he's not hurt or killed or anything by that. But that'll actually be a little bit better because then it'll allow. Now wait a second, Jace, you're not the size of a building. Maybe it should take him 2 spaces to move because he's so tiny. Like that's him like moving an entire city block, right? Like, yeah, we'll have Jace just kind of. We'll have him double his move will be halved basically. All right. So we did that. Now there's no more Shriekthorn Psychic Warfare. So that no longer is a thing. Unless we want to change it and we want to say it's Jace's Warfare. Ooh, let's do that. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Sick of scrolling up and down on my sheet here. So let's see, we are on round 5. Alright, event beat. This is gonna be a fun one. Suddenly. Okay. Alright, suddenly. Now where should this come from? Suddenly, a black armored mech crashes into the battlefield from above. Yeah, I'll have him dump right there. Crashes from above. Obsidian Fury. Military command freezes in confusion. No deployment authorization exists for this mech. The mech lands near Gypsy Avenger and Hajuka while drawing twin plasma blades. Inside the cockpit is none other than Maximus, the Mad. Come on, Max. There he is. Maximus, the Obsidian Strategist. Yeah. He looks like the freaking tech billionaire kid. Baby-faced billionaire, I think they fucking call him. Anyway, he's some shit right here. So we've got Maximus. So he's a former strategist, decorated pilot, now something far more dangerous. He does not acknowledge command's authority. He acknowledges only results. Without waiting for approval, Obsidian Fury attacks Hajuka with surgical brutality. Alright, and he needs to move in such a way that you guys can see him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then time to zoom in. I wish I could just hit a button and it would go left or right. Not too many buttons. Hajuka. So he moves in and attacks with surgical brutality. Okay. Well, we'll do that. Well, let's do it now. Alright, Obsidian Fury. Well, let me read his army card, then we're gonna attack with surgical brutality. So he came in Maximus, the Obsidian Strategist. And I think Maximus is one of these Inhuman characters from Marvel HeroClix line. He's a mutant pilot, even though I think he's an Inhuman, which isn't a mutant. Anyway, 6 life, 5 move, 5 range, and he's a 7/2 Obsidian Directive. If he's piloting a mech, that mech may reroll 1 attack die controlled by Fury. If a mech Maximus is piloting and destroys a figure during its turn, that mech may move up to 2 spaces after attacking. And a strategic override. At the end of turn, you may choose an enemy figure within 4 spaces of a mech Maximus is piloting. That figure cannot attack on its next turn. Huh. Yeah, you didn't think that was going to be a little overpowered, dude? I guess I thought it would be funny. Alright, maybe we'll do that once per game. Or roll the 20-sided die. Anyway, we've got none other than Obsidian Fury. It's an artifact vehicle mech with 9 life, 5 move, 1 range, and he's a 7/5. Got the crew ability for the power 7 Raider becomes an artifact creature. Relentless Assault. This mech may attack any or all figures adjacent to him. I see about them. Signal Jammers cannot be attacked by non-adjacent figures. And then Obsidian Frame, defense against an attack that's not Kaiju. At least one shield's rolled. Most damage it could take is just one Obsidian Fury. Alright, it's just like the movie. Alright, so Obsidian Fury moves in, comes out of the sky, and moves in and attacks Hakuja. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Hajuka? Yeah, this is UJ, not JU. Not like Jumanji. Hakuja. I had to play with it to be able to, appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Activate signal jammers. Actually, it's these blades. So we're gonna do basically a free attack. So it's gonna be 4 hits. So we got 4. So that was 4. We got 2 shields. And so it takes 2 damage. Alright, that's 3 damage on him. Alright, so he attacks. Surgical Brutality. Gypsy Avenger watches cautiously. This is not rescue. This is ideology. Entering the war. Military command. Identify yourself immediately. Maximus. You already know who I am. Maverick. You're Maximus. Pyro. That's Obsidian Fury. Maximus. Command wasted time protecting systems instead of people. Military command. You abandoned protocol. Maximus. Protocol abandoned humanity first. Obsidian Fury drives a blade into Hajuka's shoulder. The battle escalates dramatically. Alright, now we're gonna draw some spell cards for Maximus. Maximus has got some spell cards here, so we got Blade Launcher. Look at that. We got Hydraulic Parry. And we got Afterburner Riposta. Alright, those are the spell cards he's got. We're going to draw a spell card for Maverick. We got Power Surge. At the end of the turn, you may move and attack again with a creature you control. Yeah, I think it's time for Power Surge. So we're going to have Gypsy Avenger attack. So I think it's 7. It's another 10. Yeah, it's 7 plus 1 for Drift Prodigy, and then plus 2 for the Chain Swords. Everybody using Chain Swords. I guess I should turn around and attack who I'm attacking. Oh, let me go like this. I'm gonna shoot you in the face. Alright. I said I was gonna shoot you in the face, but I guess I rolled mostly blanks, so I only got 3 hits out of that one. Yeah, so 3 hits. 3 hits. I got 2 shields, so 1 damage goes through. I'm now gonna play the Power Surge, move, and attack again. Yeah, give it everything you got. So now it's all this, plus all this. Wow, that's impressive. So then we end up with 7 hits. What does it say? Hajuka would receive 4 or more, then it's only reduced to 1. Oh, well, I only attacked it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was 7. Yeah, 2, so it would have been 5, but now it's only 1. That's so powerful. I don't even know if that's fun. Yeah, it is, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 damage on him. Alright. So, Obsidian Fury attacks. Alright, so that was Gypsy Avenger. Jace. Velaran. I'm still here. Jace gets Jace's Erasure. Target player puts the top 2 cards from his or her library in her graveyard. And I'll do that to the Kaiju. And get rid of Kaiju Strength. And Furious Slam. Don't even want to read them. Just get them out of here. Alright, Jace has a move of 6. But instead of moving him 3, I'm going to move him 4. And I think Jace is just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's just going to stand there. Actually, 3, and then move +1, 4. Oh, there we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces away. Jace. Velaran. So Jace. Fractured Perception. At the beginning of the turn, you may choose a figure within 5 spaces of Jace. Move that figure up to 2 spaces. I don't feel like I need to at all. All my guys are adjacent and they're attacking for 1. Why would I need to move? Alright, Jace. He's just going to attack for 5. Jace goes to attack. He gets 3 hits. 3. Monster shudders. Three's like the most you can do, really. So 3. He blocks 2. So they only take 1. Ooh. Alright. That's Jace. Now it's Obsidian Fury. Maximus, he draws his spell card, and it's in heightened pilot reflexes. Until end of turn, artifact creature gets +3 move and may attack the same figure more than once per turn. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And we're also going to do yeah. Let's do that. Obsidian Fury. Heightened pilot reflexes. And he's gonna attack, so it'd be 7 twice. So we're the first attack. Yeah. Shing! Yeah. Now we're gonna attack for 7. And that'll be 3 hits. And then this thing's got 7 defense. And that was 3 against 3. So they blocked it all. And then now we get to do it again. Another 7, his other attack. 2. And then we attack again. Roll the defense. 2. It's all blocked. Alright, so Obsidian Fury is really upset about that because, you know, he's got his twin, you know, he's got his twin plasma swords. He attacked with one, nothing happened. He attacked with the other one, nothing happened. Now he's gonna switch to something else in his arsenal. And this is what he got in his opening hand. Blade launcher. Yeah, look at those. Shooting saw blade looking things into the heart of the kaiju. Blade launcher. Choose a creature within 5 clear sight spaces of an artifact you control. Roll the combat dice 3 times. Chosen creature takes 1 damage for each hit rolled. Alright, so 3 times. You could roll them all at once, but I like kind of the suspense. So here's 1 saw blade. Nothing. Second saw blade. No. It has to go in, has to land inside the thing. 1. And then the last saw blade shoots 2. Yeah, so we get hit for 2 damage. Two damage. Alright. That was Obsidian Fury attacking. Now it's Hakuja. Draw a spell card for him. We got Bellowing Roar. Enchant hero creature. Next time an opponent plays a sorcery, counter it. Okay. Remember, Hakuja can attack any and all creatures adjacent to him, so he's going to attack both mecha at the same time. So I think we've got 3, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna play, yeah, but before even moving into a combat or doing anything, moving or attacking or anything, I'm gonna do Kaiju Death Grip. Nobody can leave unless they roll a 20-sided die and get a 10 plus. Alright, and now we wait. Okay, so now we attack. We'll attack Gypsy Avenger first. We got 5 hits. 5 hits. And then we got 4 shields, so he takes 1. And now he attacks Obsidian Fury. So this guy attacking this guy. We got 4? That looks like 4. Four hits. We got 3 shield. One damage. And now And now Hakuja goes to play this spell card, Monster Rage. You may take another turn with a hero creature you control, move and attack. But Jace's Psychic Rebuttal kicks off. And the Psychic Rebuttal clashes. And it says, flip it over next time an opponent plays a sorcery. Counter that sorcery, destroy. Here it is, some true flavor. Monstrous Rage being shattered by a Psychic Rebuttal. They're not going to have that in Kamigawa Titan. I don't know what the hell you guys are going to call it. Titanfall? Or Titan whatever. Yeah, they're not going to have that in the new set. Yeah. If you guys want to give me a job, I could do this for you all day long. Never run out of content. Hakuja. That's the end of the round. And now the alert tracker, only halfway through the game. Alert tracker goes from 1 through 5 to now we're on alert tracker 6. And this is now round 6, Fire and Shadow. Before we go, I'm gonna do the citywide destruction thing. I think it's 11, and then 11 was like the fire, well, like the electrical disruption. And 11, 9 through 12, flooding streets. Water starts to pile into the city. Okay, I'll grab some water tiles here. All right. So let's see here. 9 through 12, flooded streets. Water pours onto the battlefield. Choose one street section. Becomes water terrain. Counts as difficult terrain. Okay, let's see here. Well, maybe I'll make it so the mechs can't retreat, and also make it so Jace can't get any closer. Yeah, let's do this. Kind of break it up, break off the whole section. Water terrain. Where's all this water, underground water coming from? The sewer lines or something? Well, it has to come from somewhere, so we're gonna have it come from around this building. Just floods in. Alright, perfect. Look at that. Whoa, whole section. Jace is lucky he didn't get any closer. Alright, I actually really like that minigame. I think that's one of the most fun. Alright, there's no more psychic battle either. What were the 3 minigames I had? Drift Initiation, Shriekthorn's Psychic Fighting, and then now the citywide citywide destruction. Okay, I think we got it. Round 6, Fire and Shadow. The dual Jaeger assault continues. For the first time in the war, 2 legendary mecha pilots fight side by side against a kaiju threat inside a collapsing urban battlefield. Gypsy Avenger and Obsidian Fury coordinate naturally despite ideological tension between their pilots. Maverick focuses on protection and adaptive strategy. Maximus focuses on ruthless efficiency. Their styles clash, even while their combat synchronization succeeds. Hakuja begins losing ground under their combined assault. Meanwhile, Shriekthorn is no more. Everybody no longer weakened from its psychic presence or defeat since Jace has shown up. Jace continues suppressing Hakuja remotely. However, he is physically exhausted. Dialogue. Maverick. Let's flank. Push it towards the harbor. Maximus. No. Cripple it here. Pyro. If we corner it in the downtown, civilians are gonna die. Maximus. War requires sacrifice. Maverick. Not like this. Obsidian Fury and Gypsy Avenger. Sorry, it's hard to talk like them. Unleash simultaneous strikes against Hakuja. The Kaiju crashes through 3 city blocks. What? What? What did that? What? I think I just wrote that and I was like, 3 city blocks. Okay, how are we gonna throw this guy through 3 city blocks? What is that? That's like the entire map, right? That's 1 block. That's 2 blocks. Should I just throw him through 2 buildings? Alright, maybe he grabs him, picks him up, and throws him through this building. Just destroy that building and have him fall. Does he take damage? He does. Okay, we'll throw him over here. Yeah, you look more like that. Where was that building? It was right there. I see it on the camera, but I don't know what I'm looking at. All right, that's a lot better, I think. All right, we're gonna put him in. That way you get fire background Kaiju. Maverick. All right, we got one of a kind mech. Even though there's pictured rows and rows and rows and rows of mechs, we've got a one of a kind one. Flip it over, no damage can be taken this turn. There we go, put that on Gypsy Avenger because he's kind of getting hurt. We're going to do tactical action. Bleep bloop bleep. Tactical action. So at the controls, swipe up, down and left, remove up to 2 damage markers. Get +1 attack once on a turn. Alright, let's do it. That was a sorcery. But then Hakuja. Yeah. So the first one was a hidden enchantment. And then the second one was that tactical action. But we're going to do Bellowing Roar. Counter. Next time an opponent plays a sorcery, counter it. So we counter the tactical action. So the 2 damage remains. Did I take that off? No, I want to say no. Alright, Gypsy Avenger online. Let's attack. Attack like we mean it. Let's see, 5. Alright, so we got 4 hits. 4. So it's 4, so he takes 1, blocks 1, so he takes 3. So that's 10, 11, 12. He's only got a couple health points remaining. That's the end of Gypsy Avenger's turn. Now it's Jace's turn. Where's Jace? Oh, Jace is over there. Jace draws a spell card. Talent of the Telepath. Put target sorcery from an opponent's... Oh, play target sorcery from an opponent's graveyard. Then return that sorcery to its owner's graveyard. I'm gonna do that blade launcher. Choose a creature within 5 clear sight spaces of an artifact you control. But Jace, you don't control the artifact. I don't know, whatever. Well, you're working with Gypsy Avenger. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna play blade launcher again. Shoot those razor blades into the 3 combat dice, 1 damage for each hit rolled. And if that is it, because we're at 12, 13, 14. Oh, it says 4 damage left. So it's 4 damage, so then it's 4 damage. Yeah, gotta do into the tray. That's 1. Into the tray. None. Alright, so just 1 damage. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 3 life. 5. And then Jace hasn't even attacked yet. But what is it? 7? Range of 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, Jace has got it from where he is. No. So let's see, 4, 5 attack. Got 2 hits. Oh, he couldn't block. He didn't block anything. Oh no, he got 1 shield. So then he takes 1. He's got 2 life remaining. So now Jace says that's it. And he passes the turn to Obsidian Fury. Says, and he gets regenerative kinetics. If an artifact you control doesn't have any damage, it gets +1 move and +1 toughness. Get +1 power. I'm going to play the Afterburner Riposte. Target an artifact creature you control against first strike. If you get more hits than it has defending toughness, roll no defense dice. Okay. So 7. He's gonna move 5. Wait, did we attack him? Did he move? I'm so confused now. I don't know. Okay, I'll have to rewatch the video. That was a real good time. 1 hit off all that. 1 hit. And then roll. 1 block. So it's all blocked. Nice. Alright. Akuja. Draws a card. Target creature gets +1 range and +1 or +4 attack if it's attacking a building. I'll give it the +1 attack. And then I guess he'll have to move around, land himself here, so he can attack both. Rah. And that'll be 9, 7, 8, 9. This is attacking Obsidian Fury. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 6 hits. Got 1 shield, so he takes 5. Got 6 damage, 9 life, 3 health remaining. Hakuja now attacks Gypsy Avenger. Got 4 hits. 4 hits, 2 shield, 2 damage spills over. 6, 9 damage on him. 9, 10, 11. He's got 2 life left. That ends the round with Hakuja. We're then going to roll for a citywide event, and we got an 11, which 11 is another flood zone. An 11, 9 through 12, flooding continues into the city. So we'll have another section of the city flood. Let's flood right here. That way the fire goes out. Leave the fire there. That'd be cool. Flooding on the other side. There we go. More flooding into that region. Fire and water. Alright. We now advance the alert tracker to 7. Alright, so finally, all parties are starting to break down. The battle has been long and exhausting. The Kaiju experienced catastrophic mental backlash. Like when he was trying to roar or beat my ass down and Jace like psychically shot it down. The psychic field implodes inward, disoriented and wounded. Kaiju abandons the battlefield. Citywide interference vanishes instantly. Hakuja remains. Now the fight becomes brutally physical. Jace. You lost the moment you relied on fear. Pyro. It's retaliating. It's retaliating. Maverick. Let's focus on Hajuka. Jace collapses to one knee as the water floods the city streets around him. Mentally exhausted. So that's 7. Okay. Gypsy Avenger. Picking up a card. Legendary Mech. When an artifact creature is damaged, it takes half the damage rounded up. Oh yeah, plus that other hidden enchantment I had. Yeah, let's attack for 10. Let's get this done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, I didn't even count the dice. 9, 10. So we got 5 combat dice. And now we got 4. That was 5. And we've got 4 shield. So he only takes 1. Alright, so that's 1 more point of health remaining. Now it's Jace's turn. Jace draws a spell card. Each player draws 2 cards. He's playing it. Jace draws 2 cards. Selective Memory. Jace's Scrutiny. Was it? Maximus, he gets Brace for Impact. And Mechanical Fury. Hakuja gets Keen Eyes. And Hidden Bone Spikes. Owie. And then Gypsy Avenger gets Twin Chain Swords and Fire Plasma Cannon. Jace steps in. Now you can see him. Yeah, I knew that. It's like, oh, let me move him just one spot. So I got 2 hits. 2 hits. Two hits. Here it is. Jace Belleran delivering the final blow on the monstrous Kaiju. That was 2. You got 3 shields, so no damage. Now Jace passes the turn to Maximus. Maximus gets a card. Counter Strike Sensors. Enchanted creature gets Counter Strike. Yeah, we'll throw that on Maximus. Also gonna have no, I'm just gonna have Maximus attack 7. Obsidian Fury turns and attacks. We got 2 there. And then now it goes to block. And we got 4 blocks. Oh my gosh, this thing will not freaking die. That's it. Now it's Hakuja's turn. There's no spell cards to draw anymore. And the creature goes to... Uh-oh. Alright. So see, he's gonna attack. Hakuja's gonna attack. 8. He attacks Gypsy Avenger first. Oh my gosh, that's all 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I guess I must have thrown an extra dice. Oh, that's Gypsy Avenger. The hidden enchantment triggers. No damage can be taken this turn. Oh my god. He would have died so bad. Then Hakuja attacks Obsidian Fury and gets 4 hits. 4 there. So then so 4 hits. 2 shields. So he takes 2 damage. He's at 1 health left. Because he's got 4 and 4. 4 damage or 4 damage? 8. Yeah. Oh! Then Hakuja. Hakuja can't help himself. He's gonna do Hidden Bone Spikes. Deals 2 unblockable damage to a figure that is adjacent to a creature you control. Bone Spikes. Ooh, which one should he off? He's got 1 health remaining. He's got 2 health remaining. Oh boy. Oh, it's a hard decision. I'm gonna leave it up to the dice. Let's roll that 6-sided die. Whoever rolls lower is getting killed. Oh no! Oh, that was Jace. But obviously it's not Jace, because Jace isn't adjacent. So that's... yeah, I didn't have a Psychic Clash dice for Obsidian Fury. He didn't ever show up during that Psychic Clash thing. So the orange one historically has been Gypsy Avenger. He won that clash, so as rightfully so, You don't have enough plot armor. No! Maximus screaming, ah! I'll be back! Alright, so that was a spell. Spell did all that. And now we advanced the alert tracker. We're gonna do that citywide destruction again. 9. Which, isn't that more flooding? 9 is more flooding. 9 through 12, more flooding. The streets flood. So let's see here. Maximus and all them starts to go underwater. Blah, 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 blah. All right. More flooding takes place, and now we're on round 8. Okay. Round 8. Break the Titan. Cornered and enraged, Hakuja enters a berserk state, throwing bone spikes in every which way, slicing through Obsidian Fury's hull. Gypsy Avenger absorbs catastrophic damage, protecting evacuation routes. Obsidian Fury falls, sinking below the flooding streets. Maximus is terrified as he tries to escape. Maverick begins realizing that Maximus is becoming willing to sacrifice anything for victory, even people. Dialogue. Pyro. Armor integrity dropping. Maverick. Keep civilians clear first. Pyro. Every second wasted costs more lives later. Maverick. You don't... He was supposed to be talking to Maximus. Every life matters. Together... Not together anymore. Gypsy Avenger stands ready to face Hakuja in the flooded district. I'm gonna draw my last spell card for Gypsy Avenger, and this one is, it's hard to tell what I'm looking at, but those are 2 pilots. That's a pilot. Yeah, right, wearing their motorcycle gear. Their brains are connected. We're initiating a deep drift. Gets +1 attack and +1 toughness for each other color pair among pilots that crew this artifact. What? So, what is it? Pyro. So if you had 2 5-color pilots, you would get like +10. Maverick is red and black, and Pyro is just red, so they're gonna get +1/+1 for both being red. So it'll be 10, so it'll be like 12 dice, but we're not even gonna do that. What we're gonna do is a spell. It's Fire Plasma Cannon. Choose one. Deal 4 damage to a creature up to 4 spaces away, or 2 damage to a creature up to 6 spaces away. Well, no matter what, Hakuja has got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15 damage. He only needs 1 to get killed. So I'll do 2 damage to him. Fire Plasma! Look out, Jace! The Fall of Hakuja. The night City air burns. I'm like, this button. I know it's one of these buttons. It's probably this one. No, it's the very first one. There it is. Too many buttons. The night city burns into the harbor. Rain mixes with ash and reactor steam. Gypsy Avenger restrains Hakuja while delivering the killing strike. And for a moment, the battlefield becomes silent, except for the storm. Hakuja collapses into the harbor, and a tidal wave of debris and neon-lit water. Suddenly, the city survives. Barely. Maverick. No! Pyro. Power surge ready! Maverick. End it! Gypsy Avenger fires the plasma cannon directly into Hakuja's exposed chest. It falls, and silence follows. Emergency crews begin entering the city ruins. Military forces regroup. Jace disappears quietly. Into the smoke-filled skyline. Gypsy Avenger standing over the collapsed city ruins. No kaiju remain, only ideology. Maximus opens a private channel to Maverick. He explains that war cannot be won through hesitation, compromise, or outdated command structures. Humanity must evolve its methods to become extinct. Maverick rejects him immediately, not because Maximus is entirely wrong, because what he's willing to become. Maximus. Hakuja died because I was willing to do what command would not. Maverick. You almost turned this city into collateral damage. Maximus. And next time you'll realize I was right. Pyro. Maverick. Maximus. The next time we meet, there won't be a shared enemy between us. Maverick. The next time, we finish it. Obsidian Fury vanishes into the storm with the water that's flooding into the city, and Gypsy Avenger watches silently from the burning harbor. The war has changed. So we have fit our victory condition. Hakuja has been destroyed. Shriekthorn has also been destroyed. The drift synchronization between Maverick and Pyro remained intact. Gypsy Avenger survived the Night City operation. The civilian evacuation routes remain operational, and Maximus escaped after revealing his philosophy and future intentions. Closing scene. City. Night. Remains scarred. Not perfect synchronization, but trust, growth, survival. Far beyond city ruins, Obsidian Fury disappears into the darkness, and somewhere within the Rift Zone, Shriekthorn still lives. Alright, Planeswalkers, that was the next act. That was Act 6, Psychic Fire. We now have Jace Belleran here in the mix. We've got other Planeswalkers like Kiora. I'm thinking what other kind of Planeswalkers might show up. This has been a 9-arc 9-act story arc, and that's the end of Act 6. So had the first 3 acts to kind of introduce the world building, the second set of ones to kind of really do a lot of battle, and now we're going to set up for the next 3 acts, which will complete the arc and the entire story that I have to tell you. And I'm excited to see how the rest of this is going to go. This has been just as exciting as watching any Hollywood movie that's out there today. The kind of things that just organically happen through the rolling of the dice, the movement of the pieces on the battlefield. It's just absolutely crazy storytelling. I literally can't make some of this stuff up. Well, I do because I made all this stuff up, but I can't make it all up. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. This is Mike, Shinobi Mystic, your host here, signing off. I hope you guys appreciate and enjoy this series. I'm going to continue to finish it. I might take a little bit of break because it's still summertime, but we are going to finish this. Yeah, we are going to finish. We're gonna finish this. Just like the battle with Hakuja, we are gonna finish this. So let me know what you're excited for, what kind of kaiju you think might show up, and if you think Obsidian Fury and Gypsy Avenger are gonna battle. Do you think they're gonna battle? And if you do, who do you think comes out on top? Alright, thanks for watching. Stay cool, stay sharp, and I'll see you around on the multiverse. This is Mike, Shinobi Mystic, signing off. Thanks, everybody.